if we haven't met before, I'm Abby. I am a Christian pastor's wife, mom of 4 boys, homeschooler. I am eclectic in my style and I am type B in my personality. Homeschooling isn't just for type A people. I think it comes across that way a lot on YouTube. Everyone is so organized and detail oriented, but I hope that I can put some people at ease with my video on how I plan and organize my homeschooling. So we're going to be talking about that today, but first, this video is in collaboration with a bunch of other mamas who all have different styles of how they plan their homeschooling lessons. And that is the beauty of this online homeschooling community, is that you're gonna probably find somebody that works with your style, but that doesn't mean you have to go completely with what they do. You can take little pieces from different people and make it your own. Jessica from Waldock Way and Abby from Rooted in Rest have really helped me in my journey to learn my style, and I think some of what you'll see today I've actually adapted from them and worked into my style and what I needed also. So I recommend you checking out the other mamas videos down in the playlist linked below in my description. Alright, well, let's get started and I'll show you how I plan a unit for my kids.
We're a family of 6 that enjoys learning about new cultures, homeschooling, and sharing the love of Christ with others. Make sure to subscribe to follow along, and welcome to the Bear Hill family.
Before I flip you around to show you my planner, I first want to explain how I have the confidence to do the planning the way that I do. I create my own unit lessons, and there's not a lot of core curriculum I use, so this book has been really helpful and beneficial to me in my planning, and it's Home Learning Year by Year. Inside, you can find the grade level that your child is in or is supposed to be in, and you can just kind of create a checklist of all the things like in math that they're supposed to learn that year or in language, and then you can check them off as you go. You can reference back to it and see, what should I implement in this unit that my child needs to learn. This book has given me so much confidence, and I hope that it would really help you also in your planning if you would like to go off of a mainstream curriculum and kind of create what you are doing in your house. So I already said that I'm an eclectic homeschooler, but I also play with the lines of unit studies and unschooling. And I really just like following my children's leads on things that they're interested in. So for example, as I'm going to plan this unit study lesson, I think about things that my kids are interested in. My twins right now are currently fascinated with the idea of co-owning a restaurant when they get older, and they're going to call it Twin Turf. And I think this is so cute, and what better way than to take hold of their interests and make learning really exciting and fun. And I believe that learning should be exciting and fun and lifelong learning. So that's what I'm going to embrace in this lesson. So I have collected books from around my house. I have this cubby bin area that I keep our books kind of separated into different categories. So I took all of our food books out of its category, and then we looked upstairs for books that we had. These are more picture book, fun books, or early readers, and got some books from there that had to do with food. And then of course I get my list from the library, what they have with food. I look at books like Give Your Children the World or The Read Aloud Family, and I see if there are any book recommendations from there that I should look up from the library and get in, or my Amazon wish list, things like that. That's what I'm looking for. I put them all together and then I write them down here in our books section. And so I have a list of these books, and then as we are doing those, I will cross off next to them after I have finished one of those that we've done it. And then in the videos section, these units only last us 2 weeks to a month, but I really like to focus our whole life around these things so that we're constantly like coming back to it, and it's just like this time in life that we'll remember, like remember when we were studying that, oh yeah, and we watched Ratatouille and we watched Gordon Ramsay's Uncharted Adventures and things like that. So that's really fun. So I just have some ideas of like what we could watch on family movie nights. Games like Money Bingo, this is such a good one. Pizza Math, Sushi Go. These are all things that we're gonna do on our family fun time. Actually, Money Bingo we'll do completely educationally. And then I've got the read alouds here. Also, Dad gets to read the fun stuff at nighttime. I read everything during the day, which I also think is fun stuff. But at nighttime, he gets to read some books to the kids, and he really likes that. So I've kind of focused those around what they're going to be learning also. So we've got Milton Hershey, which is an extremely awesome book that talks about, you know what, I'm not gonna get into all of that right now. I do short videos on different books, and so we'll make sure to do one on some of these different books, especially the Who Was Milton Hershey. It's a really good book, so if you want to check out our shorts list, you'll be able to see more about these books there. But James and the Giant Peach and Charlotte's Web, those are just great books to read before bedtime. So he's going to be reading those to the kids. And then down in the extras info, these are just ideas of how I can incorporate more of our lessons, kind of an unschooling style. We've already decided that we're going to create the space in our living room where the kids are going to have their restaurant, and that we will order food from them. So they'll practice handwriting and spelling. My son's spelling words are going to be the menu, and so he'll be writing those down. He'll be using, my oldest one will be using a calculator for his first time and getting familiar with how that works. They're also going to be working on measurements and time that the restaurant is open or closed, and weighing food, like making sourdough with their dad. Yeah, there's just so much. And then we'll go grocery shopping, and I'll have him pay, and they'll learn more about budgeting and receipts, and we're going all in with this lesson. But this is how I organize and plan it to begin with. I'm sure things will add to this as we are going as well. I'll find more things and I can put them in here. Actually, on the back side of this unit page, there are more books that I wasn't able to fit on the front of it. Now, after we have started, how do I chart what we have done? And I do this differently. I am a reverse scheduler, so I don't write everything out ahead of time. For me, that would be like setting myself up to fail, because we have company often, and people that actually just kind of show up a lot of times, or grandma comes to visit, cousins come to visit, we go off somewhere, and there are just times that you miss. Someone's sick, something comes up, and you have to be gone for the day. And I love the flexibility of homeschooling. And why would I create a whole list that I feel like I have to stick to, or I'm failing? And so instead, what I have found that works for me is reverse scheduling, or reverse charting, whatever you want to call it. So at the end of the day, I sit down and I think, what did we do for Bible? And I have them categorized with Bible. We all do Bible together. So it's just one open space there. And I created this chart that works for my family. It's one open space. Here's what we did for Bible. Reading. They each do individual reading on their own. So the twins read the same book, so they still have just one spot, because we'll be reading the same book together. For math, they do their own thing. For language, they do their own thing. For spelling, they do their own thing. History and science and read alouds are all in their own categories, but together for the kids. So I'm just logging, what did we do for science? What did we do for history? And that's all there then. And I love that our family learns together. It keeps us tight. It keeps things going so that we are constantly learning, and just keeps the communication open too. And it helps as a mom of 4 kids to not be scattered throughout different curriculums and different lessons. We're all focused on the same thing, and it just helps my brain so much. So I have found that this really helps for my charting what we have done. And then I homeschool year round too. So we are able to miss those days because we have 365 days to do it. And so that's really helped as well. Okay, I'm gonna have another video getting posted about organizing, and I'll show you how in that video I keep the charts of the kids, or what work I keep and how I file it and organize it. So you might want to check out that video. Thanks so much for watching, you guys. Make sure to check out how the other mamas plan their homeschooling things too. It is a joy to be part of this collab, and I'm just so thankful to get to meet all of you. Make sure to say hi in the comments, and hopefully I'll see you next time.